हरे कृष्णा राजू प्रभु, ललित मोहन प्रभु जी, वाणी माता दी, संध्या माता दी, सपन प्रभु, धन्यवाद प्रणाम. All glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining today. Wish you all a very happy Sri Ram Navami. In US already done. US night అయింది కదా. It's already done here. So in India today celebrating. So we'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ओम अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीयुतं पदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनन्तकोटि वैष्णववृन्द की जय. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्. ओम अपवित्र पवित्रो वा सर्वावसङ्गतो यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं स बाह्याभ्यन्तरं शुचि. श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु. Anybody knows this song tune? Anybody likes to sing? Uh, I have shared, right? Uh, Let me do it again. This song, simple, very simple lyrics. Anybody likes to recite, sing or sing? Am I, are, am I audible? Hari bol, Hari bol.
Yes, bro. I can try,
Yes,
bro.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, పాడండి మంచిగా. ఈరోజు రామనవమి. కమాన్ కమాన్, మంచి పిక్చర్ కూడా పెట్టాను. అయోధ్య రామయ్య అందరినీ
Chandra Raghuveera, Ramachandra Ranadhira,
పాట మొత్తం
Ramachandra
పాడండి.
Raghuveera, Ramachandra Ranadhira, Ramachandra Raghunatha, Ramachandra Jagannatha, Ramachandra Raghunatha, Ramachandra Jagannatha, Ramachandra Mama Bandhu, Ramachandra Daya Sindhu, Ramachandra Mama Bandhu, Ramachandra Daya Sindhu, Raghuveera Ranadhira, Raghunatha Jagannatha, Raghurama Parandama, Raghurama Parandama, Mama Bandhu Daya Sindhu, Mama Bandhu Daya Sindhu, Ramachandra Raghuveera, Ramachandra Ranadhira. Hare Krishna.
నైస్ నైస్ ప్రభు. సపన్ ప్రభు की जय. Thank you so much. Like it. Anybody knows the sloka? Sri Rama Rama Rameti ఎవరితో అంటారు ఇది చెప్పండి. ఆల్రెడీ వి నో దిస్.
శ్రీ విష్ణు సహస్రనామం
Lord
ప్రభు.
Shiva to Parvati, Mother Parvati.
యా, ఎనీబడి రిసైడ్ ప్లీజ్. సంధ్యా మాత, ఇఫ్ యు నోస్ యూ కెన్ రిసైడ్.
Yes, comes. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattuliyam Rama Nama Varanane.
వెరీ గుడ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ మాతాజీ. ఇంకా ఇంకేమైనా సాంగ్స్ మీకున్నాయి గుర్తొచ్చినాయి రాముని గ్లోరిఫై చేసేవి? సీతామయ్య, రామచంద్ర స్వామి గ్లోరిఫై చేసిన ఏమైనా చిన్నప్పుడు మీరు విన్నవి? ఎనీబడి ప్లీజ్ రిమెంబర్ అండ్ రిసైట్. దెన్ విల్ స్టార్ట్ రీడింగ్ ప్రభుపాద లెక్చర్ ట్రాన్స్క్రిప్ట్. రామనవమి, రామచంద్ర అపియరెన్స్ డేది శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద ఒక లెక్చర్ ఇచ్చారు. సో లెట్ అస్ రీడ్ ప్రభుపాదస్ ట్రాన్స్క్రిప్ట్ ఉంది, అది లెట్ అస్ రీడ్. బ్యాక్ టు గార్డెన్ మ్యాగజైన్ లో పెట్టారు. ఇంకేమైనా సాంగ్స్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి యాక్చువల్గా రాముని మీద. చెప్పండి. ఎనీబడి లైక్స్ టు సింగ్? శిరీష మాతది, రాజు ప్రభు, వాణి మాతాజీ, లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభు. ఇది చిన్నపిల్లలది బాగుంటుంది ఒక పాట, అది రామ 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 జయ రామ 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 జయ రామ 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 రఘుకుల నందన రామ్ రామ్ రామ్. అది ఇది ట్యూన్స్, ఇది మర్చిపోయాను యాక్చువల్గా. దశరథ నందన రామ్ 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 దశముఖ మర్దన రామ్ రామ్ రామ్. ఇంకా సమ్ లైన్స్ ఫర్గాట్. ఇద్దరు చిన్నపిల్లలు యూట్యూబ్ ఉంటుంది, కుల్దీప్ ఎంపాయ్ అని, మంచిగా ఉంటుంది, మంచిగా నేర్పించాడు అప్పుడు ఆ కాలం టైంలో, 3-4 years బ్యాక్. ఒకటి రామ నామ రామాయణం అని ఒకటి ఉంటుంది యాక్చువల్గా. అంటే 108 నేమ్స్ విచ్ గివ్స్ గ్లిమ్స్ ఆఫ్ కంప్లీట్ రామాయణ. రామనామ రామాయణం అని ఒకటి ఉంటుంది యాక్చువల్లీ.
రామాయణం ప్రభు.
నామ రామాయణం, ఎస్. తెలుసా ప్రభు మీకు ఏమన్నా? డిసైడ్ చేయండి కొన్ని.
ప్రభు చిన్నప్పుడు చేశాను ప్రభు, పెద్ద అయిపోయాను ప్రభు. అంటే చూసి కానీ చేయలేను.
లెట్ మీ ట్రై. ఏమైనా ఆన్లైన్ ఉంటే మీరు కొంచెం చేయండి. 1 second ప్రభు. రాజు ప్రభు, భానిమాతది, శిరీష మాతది,
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
ఏదైనా వాడండి రాముంది.
ప్రభుజీ. రామ 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 నామ తారకం రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం. రామ 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 నామ తారకం రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం. జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం శంకరాది సేవ్యమాన దివ్యనామ కీర్తనం శంకరాది సేవ్యమాన దివ్యనామ కీర్తనం. రామ 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 నామ తారకం రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం. ధీరశూరవండితం రావణాదినాశకం ధీరశూరవండితం రావణాదినాశకం ఆంజనేయ జీవనామ రాజమంత్ర రూపకం ఆంజనేయ జీవనామ రాజమంత్ర రూపకం. రామ 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 నామ తారకం రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం. థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ. గొంతు బాగాలేదు ప్రభుజీ.
No, but still you sang so nicely. Thank you very much. ప్రభు, మన లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేశాను. యూ కెన్ ట్రై టు ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాండాలు, బాలకాండ కొన్ని వర్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి, కొన్ని ఉన్నాయి. నామరామాయణం, బాలకాండ, దెన్ అయోధ్యకాండ, దెన్ అరణ్యకాండ, దెన్ కిష్కింధాకాండ, దెన్ యుద్ధకాండ. మొత్తం 7. 7 కదా, కౌంట్ చేయండి. 7 నేను ఉత్తరాఖండ కూడా లాస్ట్. ఓకే, 1 2
వామ్మో ఏదో పెద్ద తీసినారు బాబు, మీరు ఎంత పెద్ద లేవు. అది ఓన్లీ బాలకాండ తీసినాం అయితే.
4 5 6.
సిక్స్ ఉంటాయి ప్రభుజీ.
బాలకాండ, అయోధ్యకాండ, అరణ్యకాండ, కిష్కింధాకాండ, యుద్ధకాండ, ఉత్తరాఖండ, సుందరకాండ ఉంటది కదా, అది ఏంటది?
సుందరకాండ మిస్ అయింది ప్రభుజీ. టోటల్ 7 ప్రభుజీ.
ఫిఫ్త్ వన్ ప్రభుజీ.
మాధవి,
ఫిఫ్త్ వన్ సుందరకాండ ఆఫ్టర్
అరణ్యకాండ, ఓకే, కిష్కింధాకాండ.
ఇప్పుడు
ఓ.
మార్చిన
కిష్కింద తర్వాత సుందర వస్తుంది ప్రభు. కిష్కింద తర్వాత సుందరకాండ ఉంటుంది.
ఈ-
తర్వాత
ఈ
యుద్ధకాండ ఉంటుంది.
ఉంది ప్రాబ్లం లేదు, ఉంది.
ఉందా?
మనం గ్యాప్ లో చూడలే. అయితే సుందరకాండ చాలా అద్భుతమైంది అంటాం కదా, ఇది చదివి చేయండి ప్రభు, చూద్దాం, కాసేపు చేయండి.
ఒక్క నిమిషం ఉండండి ప్రభు.
ఏ ట్యూన్ మాస్టర్ కదా.
నో సిసి అయ్యి నేను బాలకాండ ఎన్ని వచ్చి నాకు ఇది ఇంత దాకా వెళ్ళలేదు ప్రభు. 30 శ్లోకాస్ అంతా చదివిన చిన్నప్పుడు అయ్యే చెప్పినారు, అయ్యే అయిపోయినాయి. ఈ లోపు
ఇప్పుడు
క్లాస్ మారిపోయి, స్కూల్ మారిపోయి అయిపోయింది మాకు.
ఇప్పుడు రిసైడ్ చేయాలి ఇంకా. మరి బాల్యాన్ని
సంస్మృతరాం తద్గతి విద్ధనవంశకరాం సీతా ప్రాణార్థారకరాం. ఒక్క నిమిషం ఉండండి ప్రభు, నేను స్టార్టింగ్ చేస్తే అది బాగా
యాక్చువల్గా
వస్తుంది.
ప్రభు, ఒక్క నిమిషం ప్రభు. ఇది ఏంటో మూవీ ఉంది మన, ఏంటది, రామదాస్ కదా, శుద్ధ
శుద్ధ బ్రహ్మ పరాత్పర రామని వస్తుంది ప్రభు, ఒకసారి చూడండి.
కాలాత్మక పరమేశ్వర రామ, అట్లా చేస్తారా? మీ ఇష్టం. అందరం కలిసి చేద్దాం. అన్ని 7 కాండాలు ఉన్నాయి కదా, ప్రతి ఒక్కరం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాము.
అవ్వదు ప్రభు, ఇవాళ క్లాస్ అయిపోతుంది. 9:30 అవుతుంది ప్రభు.
ఏం కాదు ప్రభు,
ఏదో ఒక కాండ చేద్దాం ప్రభు, ఏదో ఒకటి చేద్దాం, లేకపోతే క్లాస్ విల్ బి గోయింగ్ ట్రైన్.
బాలకాండ, సుందరకాండ చేద్దాం. అయితే
యా బాలకాండ చేద్దాం ప్రభు. అది అందరికీ వచ్చిందే ఉంటది, ఎందుకంటే ఫస్ట్
వచ్చింది ఉంటది.
అక్కడ
నేను
స్టార్ట్
ఫస్ట్
చేస్తాను.
ఫస్ట్ 4 చేస్తా. మూవీ ట్యూన్ ఫస్ట్ అదే, తర్వాత లెట్ us do. ఓకే, బాలకాండ. శుద్ధ బ్రహ్మ పరాత్పర రామ, కాలాత్మక పరమేశ్వర రామ, శేషతల్ప సుఖ నిద్రిత రామ, బ్రహ్మాద్యమరాప ప్రార్హిత రామ. నెక్స్ట్ చదవండి మాతాజీ. చంద్ర కిరణ కుల మండన రామ, లైక్ దట్. హరే కృష్ణ. దీప మాతాజీ, సంధ్య మాతాజీ, శిరీష మాతాజీ, వాణి మాతాజీ, మీరు
సుబ్బలక్ష్మి, ఎంఎస్ సుబ్బలక్ష్మి ఒక ట్యూన్ ఉంది ప్రభుజీ, అందరికీ అది కొంచెం కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది, ఎందుకంటే చిన్నప్పుడు నుంచి చాలా మంది వినే ఉంటారు. అది ఒకసారి ట్రై చేయండి ప్రభుజీ.
అచ్చా.
చంద కిరణ కుల మండన రామ్ శ్రీమద్ శరద నందన రామ్ కౌసల్యా సుఖవర్ధన రామ్ విశ్వామిత్రా ప్రియధన రామ్ రామ రామ జయ రాజా రామ్ రామ రామ జయ సీతారాం. ఇట్లా వస్తుంది ప్రభు, సింపుల్ నార్మల్ ట్యూన్ ఇది. ఒకసారి ట్రై చేయండి ఒక్కొక్కటి.
యా, చేయండి డివోటీస్.
అది ప్రభు ఒకేసారి అంటే కష్టం ప్రభు వాళ్ళకు కూడా, ఎందుకంటే అవి ట్యూన్ ఒకేసారి ఇది రాదు కదా. ఘోర తాటక ఘాతకరాం మారీచాది నిపటకరాం కౌశిక మఖ సంరక్షకరాం శ్రీమదాహోల్య ఉదారకరాం రామ రామ జయ రాజా రామ్ రామ రామ జయ సీతారాం గౌతమ్ గౌతమముని సంపూజితరాం సురమునివరగణ సంస్తుతరాం నావికధావిత మృదుపదరాం మిథిలాపుర జనమోహకరాం రామ రామ జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ సీతారాం
లెట్ మీ టైప్
విదేహమానసంరంజకరాం. ఏం ప్రభు?
చేయండి నేను చేద్దాం అనుకున్నా. చేయండి.
అచ్చా, సారీ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ అహెడ్. యు ట్రై, సమ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ యు ట్రై ప్రభు. సింపుల్ ట్యూన్ దిస్ ఇస్. విదేహమానసరంజకరాం త్రయంబకకారుకభంజకరాం సీతార్పితవరమాలికరాం కృతవైవాహికకౌటుకరాం రామ రామ జయ రాజ రామ 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 జయ సీతారాం.
ఇది కూడా ఫినిష్ చేయండి. అయిపోయింది.
చేస్తారా ప్రభు?
అయిపోయింది. చేయండి.
చేసేది సరే. భార్గవదర్ప వినాశకరాం శ్రీమదయోధ్యపాలకరాం రామ రామ జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ సీతారాం. ఇప్పుడు అది కాండ మారిపోద్ది ప్రభు, అయోధ్య కాండ అయిపోతుంది ఇప్పటి నుంచి.
బాలకాండ అయిపోయింది. అది ఫస్ట్
బాలకాండ అయిపోయింది ప్రభు.
బాలకాండ ఇప్పుడు అయోధ్యకాండ. బట్ మనము సుందరకాండ డైరెక్ట్ విల్ జంప్ ఇన్ అండ్ విల్ స్టార్ట్ రీడింగ్ అవర్ శిల ప్రభుపాదస్ కానీ. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడనే ఉంది సమ్వేర్. సుందరకాండ చాలా చిన్నదే ఉంది. డివోటీస్ చేయండి ప్లీజ్. హరి బోల్. ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు హియర్? నా ఆడియో ఇస్ కమింగ్. ఆడియో.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, do it Mataji. Okay.
కపివర సంస్మృత
సంస్మృతరాం తత్కాతివి ఇది ఓకే మళ్ళీ చేస్తాం. కపివర సంతత సంస్మృతరాం తత్కతి విఘ్నధ్వంసకరాం సీతా ప్రాణాధారకరాం దుష్టాదశానన దూషితరాం శిష్ట హనుమద్భూషితరాం సీతా వేదిత కాకవనరాం కృతచూడామణి దర్శనరాం కపివరవచన శ్వాసితరాం రామ రామ జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ సీతారాం రామ రామ జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ సీతారాం. హరే కృష్ణ.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you very much, Mataji. So we'll continue with Prabhupada's this one. Sri Navami by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. This was the lecture volumes, okay, compiled. ఇది ఏంటిది ఫస్ట్? We'll start. Okay, Lord Ramachandra's appearance day. Yes. Raju Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Please start reading. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
ఉన్నారా మత ఆయన లేడా?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Start, Prabhu.
Yeah. Lord Ramachandra's appearance day. We take advantage of these days when the incarnation of God appears or disappears and try to associate with him for our purification. Ramadi Murti Kala Niyamena Tistam Nanavataram Akarodam Bhuvanetu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramapum Pumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. सर मालूम सर होता प्रभु जी रामादिमूर्ति Ramadimurti Kalaya Niyamena Kala Niyamena Tistam Nanavataram Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samavat Paramahapuram Pumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. This is a verse from Brahma Samhita in which the incarnation of Lord Ramachandra is described. Ramadi means Rama,
Ramadi.
and also Rama. Prabhuji?
Ramadi
means Rama, and also innumerable other incarnations. They are compared with the waves of a river. As the waves of the river cannot be counted, similarly, how many incarnations are there of the Supreme Lord, it is not possible to count. But out of them, the principal names are mentioned in the Shastras. Therefore, it is said Ramadi. And they are existing eternally, not that one incarnation appeared and it is finished. Can I continue, Prabhu?
Continue, Prabhu. Yes.
Yeah, Lord Ramachandra appeared on this planet millions of years before in the Treta Yuga. We have passed only 5,000 years of this age, Kali Yuga. Before that, there was a Dwapara Yuga. Dwapara Yuga means 800,000 years. And before that, there was a Treta Yuga, which continued for 1,200,000 years. That means the Lord Ramachandra appeared on this planet at least 2 million years before. Hare Krishna.
Yes, so 8 million and 800,000. The number is there, right? 432,000, 864,000, and 1232,000, like that. Yeah, we'll continue. Okay. Thank you, Jana. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, Mali. Sandhya Matadi, then next Deepa Matadi, then Sirisha Matadi. Please start.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Ramayana. Lord Ramachandra appeared in Ayodhya, which is situated about 500 miles northeast of New Delhi. Lord Ramachandra appeared on the 9th day of the moon, so it is called as Sri Rama Navami. His father was the king of Ayodhya and had 3 wives and 4 sons. Ramachandra was the eldest son. The life and activities of Lord Ramachandra is in a book called Ramayana. Like the Puranas, the Srimad Bhagavatam, and the Mahabharata, Ramayana is also counted amongst the history.
Continue.
The story of Ramachandra is that his father, Maharaja Dasharatha, decided to enthrone Lord Ramachandra and retire. Everything was settled, but just one day before, his youngest wife turned the whole thing into a different way. Sometime back, Maharaja Dasharatha was suffering from Vitlu, and this queen served him very nicely, and he was pleased. And he said, "My dear Kaikeyi, if you want some benediction from me, I can give you." She replied that, "I shall ask you for the benediction when I require it, not now." Just one day before Lord Ramachandra's coronation, she approached Maharaja Dasharatha and reminded him, "My dear husband, you promised to ask you when I require it." Maharaja Dasharatha said, "Yes, I remember. You want some benediction just now?" She said, "Yes." "And what is that?" She said that my son Bharata should be the king, not Ramachandra. Ramachandra happened to be the son of Kausalya, the elder queen.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Deepa Mataji. Yes.
Kaikeyi was very diplomatic. The idea was political, that the king may agree to install my son just now, but after a few days, Ramachandra may come with his army, and there may be some difficulty to continue the kingdom. She wanted that Ramachandra should go to the forest, and he should not come back till the end of 14 years from this day. Maharaj Dashath agreed, because he was Kshatriya. Just see the promise. A Kshatriya never goes back from a promise, never refuses any challenge. If a Kshatriya is challenged by somebody that I want to fight with you, he cannot refuse. If he has no sword or weapon, he should be supplied weapon for fighting. This is Kshatriya spirit. They were highly charitable and chivalrous. They kept their promises and had a great tendency for ruling over. Their business was administration. Hare Krishna.
హరే కృష్ణ మాతాజీ. శిరీష మాతాజీ, ఆ వాణి మాతాజీ మీరు ఏం జవాబులు ఏం చేయాలి? ఆర్ యు దేర్?
Yes,
వాణి మాతాజీ,
Prabhuji. Unnan, Prabhuji.
read it.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. Real Varnashrama. There are different prescriptions for different classes of men for earning their livelihood. The Brahmanas can pull on their livelihood by 6 ways. Patana, Yajna, Dana, Pratigraha, knowing and teaching the Vedic scriptures, worshipping deities, performing Vedic rituals, giving charity, accepting contributions. And they must be qualified with 12 high qualities. Out of these qualities, truthfulness is the first item for a Brahmana. A Kshatriya may speak lies because he has to be a diplomat. A politician, but a Brahmana is not allowed to speak a lie. This is Varnashrama system. Everyone was trained.
Continue.
For proper upkeep of the society, 4 classes of men are required. One class of men must be very intelligent, highly qualified with all good qualities. They must be trained in that way to possess ideal character so that people can see and follow them. The Brahmanas are so much respected because they have ideal character, learning, godly nature, and they know the spiritual science. Therefore, they are held in high estimation and are regarded as the topmost of the society. The next was the administrator class, the Kshatriyas. They are trained how to kill. The Kshatriyas were allowed to hunt in the forest to learn the art of killing because that was necessary for the Kshatriyas. If the king finds somebody is doing wrong, he can immediately chop off his head if he likes. And if there was some war, it is not that the president or the king shall sit down comfortably at home and ordinary soldiers will go and lay down their lives. No, formally the king or the head of the state would be the first of all to go into the fight. You see in the picture, the chief men on both sides were arrayed at Kurukshetra with their chariots. Not that the chief man or the commander is taking shelter backside, protecting himself, and the poor soldiers are thrown into the fighting. No, it is not. It is necessary that a class of men should be trained up to that way, Kshatriya, fighting men. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Sirisha Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In India, because this training was there since a very long time, so there is no difficulty in recruiting soldiers. There is a class of men. They are very much forward in fighting still. Just like the Gurkhas. Gurkhas, the Nepalis, the Sikhs, the Jatas, etc. And you will be surprised to know that the British Empire was voluntarily liquidated because they lost India. The whole British Empire was being administrated or managed by Indian soldiers. After conquering India, they extended British Empire in the Middle East and Far East to Burma, etc. Simply by these Sikhs and Gurkha soldiers. There is necessity of a class of fighting men. You are finding in your country difficulty in recruiting because the recruiting process is wrong. You are training persons just like Shudras and you want them to fight. How they can fight? It is not possible. It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita that Chaturvarna Maya Shreshtam Gunakarma Vibhagashaha. Bhagavad Gita 4.13. Lord Krishna says the 4 classes are orders of the society. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra are planned by me according to work and quality. So this Kshatriya quality men is also required. The Brahmana quality of men is also required. The mercantile community, Vaishya, they are also required, and the laborer class, they are also required.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Prabhu is Saban Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Need for training. Of course, the laborer class does not require any training. Laborer class means one who cannot do anything, neither become Brahmana, nor become Kshatriya, nor become Vaishya. That means the last balance of the population. They are called laborer class Shudra. Shudra means one who has no training. Shudra has no samskara. Samskara means training. Everyone is accepted as Shudra by birth. Janmana Jayate Shudra. Janmana means by birth. By birth, everyone is born a Shudra, a fourth class man. Just like a child, innocent child, what does he know? He has to be trained. Either you train him as a Brahmana, or train him as a Kshatriya, or train him as a Vaishya. Otherwise, he's already a Shudra, born Shudra. Now, if you train him as a Brahmana, then he becomes a Brahman. If you train him as a Kshatriya, he then becomes a Kshatriya. If you train him as a Vaishya, he becomes a Vaishya. This system is very scientific. If you want help of a really intelligent man or God realized man, it is ready, the Brahmana class. Just like if you require the help of a lawyer, we have got so many lawyers. If you require help of medical man, you have them. Similarly, the society requires to train a certain class of men to become Brahmanas. Like we are training people to become Krishna conscious. Krishna consciousness is meant for the Brahmanas. They are not meant for fighting because they are not being trained for fighting. They have been trained for becoming Brahmanas. Who is a Brahmana? Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. Brahmana means one who knows the supreme absolute truth. Hare Krishna.
Now recomplete it.
Janmana Jayate Sildra.
Sudra. Janmana Jayate Sudra. Spelling mistake. Yeah.
Oh, everyone is born Shudra. Samskara Bhaved Dvija. Everyone has to be trained. Just like boys are sent to school for being trained, he goes to the Guru Graha. Guru Graha means teacher's house. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Somebody joined. Chandra.
I joined. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Read, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Please read.
Yeah. Vedic schooling. Commonly, for being trained, there were no such organized schools and colleges. Even 50 years before in India, in every village, there was a small school conducted by the Brahmana, and the village children would be trained trained up there. And there was no school fee. The boys would go door to door as a brahmachari on behalf of the teacher or spiritual master and beg and bring forth alms, rice, dal, grains, and everything. That was the system. There was no problem about how to pay for the boys' school fees. After he would be trained up. The teacher sees the psychology of the boy in which may he should be trained. Either he should be trained as a Vaishya or he should be trained as a Kshatriya. So everyone was
Yes, continue.
trained like that. But generally, the son of Kshatriya would become a Kshatriya, just like Maharaja Ramchandra or Arjuna, who from the very beginning were trained as Kshatriya. Normally, if somebody is the son of medical man, his father trains him to become a medical man in future. That is the natural tendency. If the boy is different altogether, that is another question. But naturally, that is tendency. So a Kshatriya's son was trained as Kshatriya. A Brahmana's son was trained as a Brahmana, and Vaishya's son was trained as a Vaishya. And Sudra had no training. So gradually, this became a caste system. Brahmana's son became Brahmana because formerly the training was there. But today, when it is vitiated, although a person is born in the family of a Brahmana, he is doing the work of a Sudra.
So, complete it. Yes, complete it.
According to Vedic structure, one is classified according to his work and quality, and not by birth. That is the classification of Shastra. Just like the Bhagavad Gita, if the Lord says
Chaturvarnyam
Maya Srishtam Gunakarma Vibhagasha. Bhagavad Gita 4:13. Guna means quality and karma means work. One must be qualified for the work, and then he must actually work in that way. Then he is counted or classified into that category, just like if you are simply trained or educated as a lawyer. And if you are not practicing in the court, nobody comes to you to consult a lawyer. Nobody cares for you. So you must be practicing this tying also. Similarly, to become a Brahmana means, first of all, you must know what is Brahman, and you must be actually cheated in the activities of Brahman. So devotional service is activities of Brahman. Activities in Krishna consciousness means activities in Brahman. Brahmacharati Iti brahmachari. Charati means acts. Actually, when he acts in life, applies the principles of Brahmana, in his life he called brahmachari. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Lalit Mohan, Prabhu. You're on Jana. Let me see. I don't think so. Okay. Go ahead, Prabhu. Lalit Mohan, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Just the training was in such a way. How to identify God. The training was in such a way that a Kshatriya cannot refuse his promise. So Maharaj Dasharath, he fulfilled the promise of his youngest wife and asked his son, eldest son Ramachandra, my dear boy, you will have to go to forest for 14 years. That is the desire of your mother. So please accept. Ramachandra said, yes, father, I am ready. Just see, this is the quality. Out of the 6 opulences of the God, this is one quality. Okay, in Vishnu Purana, Aishwaryasya samagrasya वीर्यस्य यशसः श्रियः जनवैराग्ययोश्चैव सन्नं भगम् इति इङ्गणा.
Jnana, right, Prabhu? Sorry. Jnana Vairagya. Yes, Prabhu. లేదు ప్రభు జన అన్నట్టు వినబడుతుంది జ్ఞాన కదా
అచ్చా సారీ జ్ఞాన వైరాగ్యయోశ్చైవ. Okay bro, sorry. How one becomes God? God is not manufactured by vote. There is a definition of God. God must be the proprietor of all the riches. Aishwaryasya samagrasya. Samagra means all. Nobody can compete with him. Nobody can say that I am richer than God. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita it is said, Mattam parataram nyanyat nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Bhagavad Gita 17. Krishna said, my dear Arjuna, there is nobody greater than me. So if anyone claims that he is God, he must prove by practical example that nobody is richer than him. That is the first test. But unfortunately, we are accepting so many gods. Even a rascal in the street also claims that I am God. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, thank you so much. Prabhupada ఇట్లా రాసేజ్ భలే నవస్ actually. Even a rascal in the street also claims that I am God. Haribol. Thank you, Prabhuji. The opulence of renunciation. Similarly, there are other qualifications. Nobody can be stronger than God. Nobody can be wiser than God. Nobody can be more beautiful than God. And nobody can more renounced than God. So here Lord Ramachandra exhibited the quality of how he renounced the whole kingdom simply on the order of his father. He could have argued with his father, my dear father, simply for seeking your promise and actuated by the dictation of a woman, you are doing this. Let us stop it. Everyone is expecting that tomorrow my coronation will be there and they love me so much. Just like Krishna was so much loved, similarly, Lord Ramachandra was the life of the people. They were very much expecting that Ramachandra was going to be enthroned the next day. How they were celebrating, how they were decorating the whole city. But he never argued. He accepted immediately. Yes, father, I'm ready. Yeah, we'll finish. చదువు ఇంకొకటి చదువుతాను నేను ఇంకొక paragraph. Then one of the brothers, Lakshmana, requested Ramachandra, my dear brother, you also take me. I am your constant companion. I must go with you. Lord Ramachandra said, that's your wish. Voluntarily, if you want to come, you can come with me. Then Sita, his young wife, also said, I will go with you. Ramachandra requested his wife, oh, you cannot go with me. It is very difficult. You are a king's daughter and you are brought up in such a nice way and you are so beautiful. You cannot go. You cannot take the trouble of living in the forest. So she said, I am your wife, so I must go even if you go to hell. This is ideal wife. She could have refused. Oh, your father has ordered you to go to the forest? You can go. I shall go to my father's house or I shall remain here. No, this is ideal wife. She must be prepared to accept any circumstance of the husband. Not that when the husband is the rich, the wife is very faithful. And when he has come down to be poor or he is going to forest, the wife gives up his company. No, wife means better half. She must abide, just like a shadow follows the reality. Similarly, the wife is the shadow of the husband. Wherever the husband goes, she must go. Whatever the husband wants, she must carry out. Of course, in this country, this interpretation is taken differently, that wife is made a slave. But actually, it is not so. So we'll continue again. Mataji is Deepa Mataji. Will you please read your bit?
Yes, Prabhuji.
I will be in hearing mode. Okay, Mata. Okay.
After the departure of Lord Ramachandra, Maharaja Dashrath died out of the shock as he was a very dear son. He was going to be the king, and by Maharaja Dashrath's order, he was sent to the forest. The father could not tolerate the shock and died. Ramachandra then requested Bharat, "Your mother wants that you should be the king, and I also wish that, in my absence, you should be king." Bharata was such a beautiful brother, he replied, "No, you are the king. So long you are living, nobody can be the king, so I cannot be the king." Then the Lord requested, "At least you administer." So these were the dealings of Ramachandra. Then he, his younger brother Lakshmana, and his wife went to the forest, and his wife was kidnapped by the demon Ravana. And there was fight between Rama and Ravana. Ravana was very strong materialistically, but for fighting with Ravana, Ramachandra did not come back to his kingdom and take his army. No, he did not come back because he was ordered to live in the forest. He organized an army with the jungle animals, the monkeys. He fought with Ravana, an organized materialist, with the monkeys, and he constructed a bridge between India's last point to the other side. Ceylon is considered to be the kingdom of Ravana. So there was a bridge, and the stones were floating. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Vani Mataji. I think you finished, Mataji.
Prabhuji. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
finished.
Prabhuji. Last Charvestan. For Sita, Lord Ramachandra massacred the whole family of Ravana only for Sita. So, as a husband, so the wife. The wife was so faithful that she could not remain alone. She must accompany the husband even in the forest. And then husband was so faithful that, "Oh, my wife has been kidnapped." So he massacred the whole family of Ravana. Lord Ramachandra killed Ravana and installed his brother Vibhishna, who was a devotee, as the king. Lord Ramachandra did not go to conquer Ceylon to become an emperor, but he went to punish the culprit Ravana. He returned to Ayodhya with Sita and was installed after 14 years. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Vani Mataji.
Ramrajya.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
This is an ideal history how Lord Ramchandra appeared in the world to educate or to place an ideal example of how a king should be. Therefore, when there is good government, the example is given of Ramrajya. It is the kingdom of Lord Rama because everyone was happy. There are so many instances in the life of Ramchandra. Once somebody came to Ramchandra because at that time there was no court like this, that you have to go to the court and apply with a stamp fee. Then your judgment will be delivered after 6 years. It is not like that. Anyone who had some complaint, he could approach the king. The king used to sit in an open audience, and the citizens were allowed to approach the king and place their complaints. Because there was no complaint practically, everyone was happy or had very minor complaints. So somebody came to Ramchandra and he charged. Prabhuji, koncham scroll down. He charged Ramchandra, "My dear king, my son has died. How is that in the presence of his father, son can die? There must be something wrong in your government. Just see. The charge is why my son had died before my death. This is unnatural." So there was nothing unnatural in the kingdom. The king was responsible even for a severe cold, severe heat. We get this information from the Srimad Bhagavatam. The kings were so much responsible. They were always thinking of the happiness of the citizens. And the citizens were also so nice. One citizen approached Ramchandra and his brother. Lakshmana Ankutani. Lakshmana informed him that the person is a Brahmana. Brahmana. When you are absent for a fortnight or a month, this Brahmana did not eat or drink even a drop of water during your absence. Why? Because he comes here to have your darshan, just like we come here in the temple to see the deity. This Brahmana used to come, and after seeing Ramchandra, he would offer his obeisances. Then he would go home and take something for breakfast. That was his home. And because he could not see Lord Ramchandra for a fortnight or a month, because he was out on a political tour, he did not eat. That the citizens were similar to the king. At that time, there was a statue of Ramachandra which was being worshipped in the family from the time of Maharaja Yudhishthira. Maharaja Ishwaku, the son of Manu, happens to be the forefather of the family in which Ramchandra appeared. He was a devotee of Lord Rama and worshipped a statue of Lord Rama. The worship continued in the family one after another. But when Ramchandra was actually present, he kept the statue in the closet of the room. When this Brahmana approached and Ramachandra was informed by Lakshmana that he was so steady and strong in his bow, Ramachandra ordered that he may be delivered the statue so that in his absence the Brahmana can offer respect to the statue. That form or area of Ramachandra is still existing in South India. It is being worshipped from that time.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Sapan Prabhu, Sirisha Mataji, are you able to? Chesara? It's up to you, Mataji.
Yeah, Adi Jautandu.
Yeah.
There were many kings like Ramachandra. Maharaj Yudhishthira was also a good as Ramachandra, and Maharaj Parikshit was as good. We are not concerned because Lord Ramachandra was a king. He is the king of all kings. Paramdvara. Because he is God, therefore we are observing his appearance day today. Ramadi Murtishu.
This is Brahma Samhita.
Ramadi
Murtishu Kalaniyamena Tishtan. However, he is not the original form of God. The original form of God is Krishna, and Krishna expands himself in various other forms. Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Anantarupam. Anantarupam means millions and millions. The Manu is also incarnation of Krishna. In one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus. Brahma lives for 100 years. There are many incarnations of Manus even for one Brahma. And there are innumerable Brahmanas. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, nobody can count how many incarnations are there. But some of the chief incarnations are mentioned, and Lord Ramachandra is one of them.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Chandraval Prabhu. Then Sapan Prabhu will finish.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
There are two more articles. Points. Yes. Continue.
If we hear Ramchandra's life activities, past tense, that means we are associating with him. There are no difference between his form, his name, his past tense, and himself. He is absolute. Therefore, either you chant the holy name of Rama, or you see the statue of Rama, or you talk of his transcendental past tense, everything means we are associating with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we take the advantage of these days when the incarnation of God appears or disappears, and we try to associate with him. By his association, we become purified. Our process is purification. Krishna consciousness means simply we are purifying our consciousness.
Hari Bol. Thank you. Raju Prabhu. No, Raju Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. From birth, as I have explained, everyone is Sudra. Sudra means one who laments. For a slight loss or slight inconvenience, one who laments is called Sudra. And Brahmana means to one who tolerates. A Sudra has no tolerance. Kalo Sudra Sambhava. In this age of Kali, the whole population is Sudra. Formerly also, by birth, everyone was considered Sudra. But there was a training, samskara. At the present moment, there is no samskara. There was no training. The training is only for earning livelihood. No other training. How one can earn money and enjoy senses, that is the training at the present moment. But actually, to make the human life is successful, the Vedic culture is very nice. And by spreading Krishna consciousness, by adopting the process of Krishna consciousness, you can revive that cultural life, sublime life. If not wholesale, even even if there are a few people trained up in this line and they become ideal example to the society. Immense benefit can be derived from their example of life. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. క్విక్గా చూద్దాము. అది చైతన్య చరణ్ ప్రభు ఒకటి ఉంది, ఈ మహారాజు ఒకటి ఉంది, హృదయానంద గోస్వామి మహారాజు ఉంది. లెట్ మీ సీ ఫ్యూ పాయింట్స్ క్విక్లీ రీడ్. సో బాగా రాశాడు ఇది కూడా, అంటే లాంగ్ బ్యాక్. ఫైండింగ్ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ ఇన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ సెల్ఫ్లెస్ సాక్రిఫైస్ ఇన్ అన్ యాన్షియంట్ ఎపిక్. సో ఫ్రమ్ మీ టు వి డైరెక్ట్ చదువుదాం. ఓకే, anybody likes to? Sapan bro, can you please read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. To preserve the word of honor of his father, King Dashratha, Rama accepted the sentence of exile despite having committed no fault. This example of sacrifice points the way to bridging the ever-expanding parent-child generation gap. By choosing to accompany her husband into exile, Sita preferred the dangers of the forest to the security of the palace. This is a stirring example of valuing the marital bond, now much devalued due to an increasingly casual approach to sexuality and matrimony. Hare Krishna.
Akincham Prabhu, thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna. Lakshmana chose to stand unflinchingly by the side of the elder brother during the Rama's hour of crisis and thereby gained a profound mutually enriching bond. His example of sacrifice can serve as an antidote to the superficial relationship that characterize today's siblings. Bharata resolutely refused the kingdom meant for Rama. His example of sacrifice can offer a lesson for many successor or inheritance battles among children that erupt after the death of the wealthy parent and sometimes even before the death. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is the thing, from me to we. ఇట్లా 4 పాయింట్స్ చూడండి. సీతామయ్య, లక్ష్మణుడు, భరతుడు అన్న కోసమే వాంటెడ్. ఇంకొక కొన్ని ఉన్నాయి, చూద్దాం.
Prabhuji, chinna idi, just because I'm reading Ramayana nowadays, I can small thing, Prabhuji. I don't know. I'm just wanting to share it with everyone.
Share, please. Okay.
Bharata Maharaj was living in the kingdom, but he was more austere than Rama. So Ramudu elagete మూలికలు అవి తిని ఉండేవాళ్ళు, in the same way Bharat used to do. But Rama used to sleep on the ground. So Bharat dug 3 feet under the ground and he used to sleep, thinking, telling that he cannot sleep equal to Rama. So, and one more thing was, he promised, he asked Rama that after the 14th year ఏదైతే complete అయిపోతుందో, if you do not come the next moment, I'll take my life. So Rama, while coming back, he wanted to take a Pushpak Viman and come, because he was sure that Bharata will do something like that. But before doing so, he sends Hanuman on the way. He says, Hanuman, you go and check what Bharata is doing. If Bharata by any chance is accepting the kingdom and is ruling the kingdom and he's happy ruling the kingdom, then I don't want to go back to Ayodhya. That is what Rama tells Hanuman. Hanuman goes and sees Bharata. When he sees what he was doing, Bharata was actually getting ready for the pie. He was actually cheetah ready చేసుకుంటున్నాడు అన్నమాట తంది. So then Hanuman sees it and he says, okay, no, don't do that. Maybe Rama is coming and he quickly rushes back to Rama and tells that if you delay it, then we will not have Bharata anymore. సో మీరు తొందరగా రండి, లేకపోతే అక్కడ భర్త చెప్పినంత చేస్తాడని చెప్పి. సో it is so profound, Prabhuji. Actually, each character of Ramayana is so much filled with devotion, with bhakti. So much of learnings are there, Prabhuji. And I'm reading, I'm reading this Subvilas Prabhuji's Ramayana. Very nice, Prabhuji. I think everybody should buy, because directly, instead of reading the Ramayana, this will give you the crux of it and all the learnings. What are the learnings or takeaways from the Ramayana? For each story, each line, he gives in a beautiful, pointed method.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Lalit Mohan Prabhu, ఈ డార్క్నెస్ గురించి ఒకసారి చదవండి ప్రభు. 2-3 పాయింట్లు ఉన్నాయి. We can wrap up. మహారాజ్ కూడా ఒక రెండు.
Yes, Prabhu.
చెప్పండి ప్రభు.
Shades of darkness. Am I audible, Prabhu?
చేయండి.
Yeah.
డైరెక్ట్ పాయింట్లు చదవండి. మూడు ఉన్నాయి.
Okay, Prabhu. At the pitch dark end of the spectrum is the epitome of ungodliness, the demon king Ravana, who due to his selfish lust commits innumerable atrocities and finally meets his nemesis with his evil eye extends to Sita. When his evil eye extends to Sita, the goddess of fortune. Point 2. Toward the middle of the spectrum is the monkey king Wali, who lets himself be misled by a hasty and nasty misjudgment about his brother Sugriva's mentality, and so selfishly disperses Sugriva of home, wealth, and family, and eventually meets his own end in a heartrending fratricidal showdown. Okay. And at the brighter end of the spectrum is a queen Kaikeyi. Her temporary spell of selfishness changed her normal kindness, gentleness, and wisdom to uncharacteristic cruelty, harshness, and folly. Her actions agonized her family, brought about the anguished death of her husband, and subjected her to the lifelong regret of her insane self-obsession. Hey Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
డార్క్నెస్ రాజు ప్రభు ఇది అడుగుతున్నారు మాది వాణి మత అదే బుక్ అది మీరు ఆన్లైన్లో కొట్టండి ప్రభు, తెలుస్తుంది. 3-4 పుస్తకాలు రాసి ప్రభుజీ, శుభ విలాస్ ప్రభు. ఓకే, చెక్. Thus, the Ramayana illustrates its caveats about selfishness, not just through outright ungodly characters, but also through godly persons who succumb temporarily to selfishness. Their examples inspire all of us to keep up our guard against selfishness and thereby prevent it from sabotaging our relationships. Okay. రామరాజ్య ఆటోమేటికలీ బై. ఓకే, సో ఒక పాయింట్ ఉంది. ఇది ఒకటి చదివేసి విల్ క్లోజ్. ఓకే, మోడర్న్ రావణాస్ ఎవరైనా చదువుతారా?
నేను చదువుతా ప్రభుజీ. Should I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Modern Ravanas. It is plain to see that modern society tends more to the Ravana side to take Lakshmi without Narayana. This is called secularism, and it is causing modern problems. Everyone knows how the world is becoming poisoned. From the environmental perspective, the world is being poisoned because people's mind are poisoned by the evil thought that I can take Lakshmi. The notion that I can take Lakshmi without Narayana is wrong. If we understand anything from Ramayana, from the glorious story of Rama, we should understand this point. We should not try to take Lakshmi in any way, shape or form without Narayana. We would rather be like the Ayodhya Vasis, the residents of Ayodhya. They had not become like Ravana. They knew Lord Rama as the proprietor of everything. From the Vedic point of view, the very first principle you find is that God is the supreme proprietor. The Isha Upanishad, among all the Upanishads, has a special place historically because it is only Upanishad directly taken from the text of Vedic Samhita or treatise, the Samaveda. In the Upanishad, the very first statement is Isha Vashyam Idam Sarvam. Whatever exists in the universe is the propriety of God. Property of God, sorry. And Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. I am the proprietor, the great Lord of all the worlds. He also says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, Matta Sarvam Pravartate. I am the soul of everything. I am the source of everything. Everything emanates from me. Every word in the Gita is significant. Krishna says, Iti matva bhajate mam. Intelligent persons worship me. This is the real point of the Ramayana. We should clearly understand the fault of Ravana. He did not recognize the position of Rama or Narayana. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mother. So that is the verse. Ishavasya vidam sarvam jagata vyaktamurtram astani sarva bhutani nachaham teshavastitha. That is Ishopanishad verse, right? And then Prabhupada writes, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Bhoktaram Yagyatapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. And then Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, Matta Sarvam Pravati. Everything is God's property. We cannot, what is saying here? We should not try to take Lakshmi in any way, shape or form without Narayana. That means everything, whatever we have, whatever we got using, we have to using in Krishna's service. Because everything is a property of Supreme Lord, everything. So modern Ravana basically lust, that is exemplified lust personality. Ravana mentality and మనం అప్పుడప్పుడు preaching లో వాడతాం. Ravana mentality and ఇదే not acknowledging Krishna and everything using for our own selfish motives or benefits, selfish motivations. So that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, devotees, for reading some of the articles of Bhakti Guided on the auspicious and glorious appearance of Sri Rama Chandra Swami. So you can celebrate by hearing lectures or go to temples and attend online, Bhadrachalam, Sri Ramchandra, Sita Ramchandra Swami Kalyanam. బాగుంటుంది అది. So you can take darshan. Thank you so much. We'll recite quickly. Another 2-3 days. All the 4 slokas we'll recite. Then wrap up. Okay. So let me share 1 second. Yeah. ఒక్కసారి వేయండి మన లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభు, మళ్ళీ మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాం, అయిపోతుంది.
ఓకే ప్రభుజీ. విద్యా తపోవిత్తవ పూర్వయకులై సతాం గుణైషడ్భిరసత్తమేతరై స్మృతౌ హతాయామృతమాన దుర్దృశః స్తబ్దా న పశ్యంతి హి ధామ భూయసాం గుణాధికాన్ ముదం లిప్సేద్ అనుక్రోశం గుణాధమాత్ మైత్రీం సమానాదన్విచ్చేన్ నతాపైరభిభూయతే యోంత ప్రవిశ్య మమ వాచం ఇమాం ప్రసుప్తాం సంజీవయత్యఖిల శక్తిధరా స్వదామ్నా అన్యాంశ్చ హస్తచరణశ్రవణత్వగాదీన్ ప్రాణాన్ నమో భగవతే పురుషాయ తుభ్యం భక్తిం ముహు ప్రవహతాం త్వయి మే ప్రసంగో భూయాద్ అనంత మహతాం అమలాశయానాం येनाञ्जसोल्बनं उर्व्यसनं भवाब्धिं नेस्ये भवद्गुणकथामृतपानमत्तः. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. I will do, Prabhu. Is SB 4317. విద్యా తపో విత్తవ పూర్వయ కులై సతాం గుణై షద్భిర్ అసత్త समस्तमेतरै स्मृतौ हतायामृतमान दुदृशः स्तब्धा न पश्यन्ति हि धाम भूयसाम्. Although the six qualities, education, austerity, wealth, beauty, youth, and heritage, are for the highly elevated, one who is proud of possessing them becomes blind, and thus he loses his good sense and cannot appreciate the glories of great personalities. 4834. गुणादिकान् मुदं लिप्सेत् अनुक्रोशं गुणाधमात् मैत्रीं समानाद् अन्विच्छेन् नतापैर् abhibhuyate. Every man should act like this. When he meets a person more qualified than himself, he should be very pleased. When he meets someone less qualified than himself, he should be compassionate toward him. And when he meets someone equal to him, he should make friendship with him. In this way, one is never affected by the threefold miseries of this material world. 496 Dhruva योऽन्तःप्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रक्षुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं. Dhruva Maharaj said, "My dear Lord, you are all powerful. After entering within me, you have enlivened all my sleeping senses, my hands, legs, ears, touch sensation, life force, and especially my power of speech. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you." 4911 Bhaktim muhu pravahatam tvayime prasango bhuyatanantamhatam amalashyanam enanja solbanam uruvyasanam bhavabdim nesye bhavadguna katamrutapanamatta. Dhruva Maharaja continued, "O unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly. As the waves of river constantly flow, such transcendental devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. By the process of devotional service, I shall surely be able to cross the nascent ocean of material existence, which is filled with the waves of blazing fire-like dangers. It will be very easy for me, for I am becoming mad to hear about your transcendental qualities and pastimes, which are eternally existent." Okay. Yeah, Vani Mataji, please go ahead.
Yes, Prabhuji. Oh, okay, Prabhuji. विद्या तपो वित्तवपुर्वैकुलै सतां गुणैः षड्भिरसक्तमेतरै स्मृतो हतायामृतवानदृदृशा स्तब्धा न पश्यन्ति हि धाम भूयसाम्. Translation. Although the six qualities, education, austerity, wealth, beauty, youth, and heritage, are for the highly elevated, one who is proud of possessing them becomes blind, and thus he loses his good sense and cannot appreciate the glories of great personalities. Gunadhikan mudam lipset anukrosham gunadhamat maitrim samanad avichen nataper abhibhuyate. Translation. Every man should act like this. When he meets a person more qualified than himself, he should be very pleased. When he meets someone less qualified than himself, he should be compassionate towards him. And when he meets someone equal to himself, he should make friendship with him. In this way, one is never affected by the threefold miseries of this material world. Dhruva Uvacha Yonta Pravisya Mama Vacham Mama Yontah Pravisya Mama Vacham Imam Prasuttam Sanjeevayatya Akhila Shaktidhara Swadhamna Anyamscha Hasta Charana Shravanatva Gandhi Prana Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tupyam. Translation. Guru Maharaj said, "My dear Lord, you are all powerful. After entering within me, you have enlivened all my sleeping senses, my hands, legs, ears, touch sensation, life force, and especially my power of speech. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you." One second, Prabhuji, na screen poinde. Yeah. Bhaktim moho भक्तिं मुहुः प्रवहतां त्वयि मे प्रसङ्गो भूयादनन्तमहतम् अमलशयानां येनाञ्जसोलभनम् उरुव्यसायं व्यसनं भवाब्धिं नेशे भवद्गुणः कथामृतपाणमत्ता. Dhruva Maharaj continued, O unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly, as the waves of a river constantly flow. Such transcendental devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. By the process of devotional service, I shall surely be able to cross the nascent ocean of material existence, which is filled with the waves of blazing fire-like dangers. It will be very easy for me, for I am becoming mad to hear about your transcendental qualities and pastimes, which are eternally existent. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mother Hare Krishna. Devotees, please recite slokas. Yeah, Tondara
Can I do, Prabhuji?
Chain.
Hare Krishna. Vidya tapo vittavapurvaya kulai satam gunai षडभिरसत्तमेतरै स्मृतौ हतायां मृतमान दुर्दृशः स्तब्धान् पश्यन्ति हि धाम भूयसाम् गुणादिकान् मुदं लिप्सेत् अनुक्रोशं गुणादमात् मैत्रीं समानात् अन्विच्छेन् नातापैरभिभूयते ध्रुव उवाच योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचम् इमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिल शक्तिधरा स्वधाम्ना अन्यांस्तः हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् भक्तिं मुहुः प्रवहतां त्वयि मे प्रसङ्गो भूयादनन्तमहताम् अमलाशयानां येनाञ्जसोल्बनम् उर्व्यसनं भवाब्धिं नेत्स्ये भवद्गुणा कथामृतपानमत्तः.
Thank you, Prabhu. Inka cheyandi devotees. Evaruన్నారు? Let me see. Sandhya Mata, you want to do? Sandhya Mata, Yakinchan Prabhu. Sirisha Mata ji. Cheyaలి. Yakinchan Prabhu, Sandhya Mata ji, Sirisha Mata ji. Hare Krishna.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
చేస్తారా?
నేను రేపు చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ.
Yeah, it's okay, Mata. Yeah. Okay. Sandhya Mata, what about you? And Akinchan Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I'll also do tomorrow, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mata. Hari Bol. Okay. Yes, no problem. Yeah. Thank you, devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिंधु वच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की जय. श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. लॉर्ड रामचंद्र स्वामी अपीयरेंस डे की जय. निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. See you all tomorrow. Thank you so much. కేసీ వెన్స్డే అయిందా ఈరోజు? యాక్చువల్లీ ఇండియా వెన్స్డే. ఓకే, కేసీ వెన్స్డే.